So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are great!
Hey, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong. I am Andy Curtin. I am here with Vivek. Man Spaghetti.
I'm doing Man Bumblebee. I'm taking that today.
Marvel's Army is my favorite.
Marvel's Army? Yeah, that was a good one.
Attempt to be saying that. Where do people find you online, my friend?
Simply type the words @funny Vivek, and sometimes with letter M you might find me. You might find someone else, but you find somebody.
Into a computer or?
Phone, computer, anything connected to the World Wide Web. Wow, look at me.
@Andy Curtin for me. You can find me on Instagram and everything else, all that jazz. And if you like the podcast, subscribe. Hit subscribe. No matter what platform you're on, it's going to be a way to get episodes before everybody else. And we also have an awesome Patreon going on. We do bonus episodes every Thursday. Lots of other fun content. You can find that at patreon.com/HoHoPod.
Yep.
For a couple of hoes
I
here.
sound better on that one.
Allegedly.
According to me.
Who knows?
Who knows?
So today's guest, I'm very excited to have on. He has had a prolific 20-year acting career, has appeared in more than 200 soap operas, and performs the real deal Cantopop. People say you are the most famous gweilo in all of anywhere.
He's
No, I wouldn't be.
Gregory Charles Rivers.
No, you Pang Ding Hong.
Oh, Chris Patton?
Yeah, Chris.
No, he
Chris
would be the
Patton's
most
more
popular.
famous.
He came in later. You were there before he showed
The
up.
last governor.
Yeah. You were doing more than just egg tarts.
Chris Patton's already been on this podcast, actually, by the way.
Wow,
He's in the
cool.
intro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In the intro, it has one phrase, putting him in on the podcast. But no, you are the OG gweilo, the original, literally the original gweilo. Not even a gangster anymore.
No, there were a couple
named it
before
after
me.
you.
Yeah,
in
but
acting, there were a couple before
Yeah,
me.
but you were the one that if people like referring to any sort of like a Caucasian actor in Hong Kong, you're like, oh, that's the guy. The police
that's
commissioner,
the guy.
that's him.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet Darshan, the Canadian guy that is...
Oh, no, Darshan.
Yeah.
No, I
Darshan?
haven't met him. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big mountain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's your counterpart, I think.
No,
for the
he's a
moment.
lot bigger than me. He's way, way bigger than me.
Well, different. I mean, he's Mandarin big. You're Cantonese big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see what he's implying there is like less numbers but way better.
Hey, don't read between my lines, man. Let me say my own lines. Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's what I think. That's what I meant.
No, that
Yeah,
that guy's pretty. He's super. I mean, he was a comedian. I don't know if he is anymore, but he was studying under a master in the Chinese two-person comedian tradition.
Sung
Sing,
yeah.
Sangsheng.
Yeah.
We got a Mandarin person here.
Yeah. Darshan, I've done
He's done shows
7 podcasts with Darshan. He's been on...
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was the first guy I ever interviewed, actually. I started podcast because I had an interview with him. I need to put it somewhere.
I had nowhere to put you. Wait a minute, I'll open a new podcast.
yeah.
That's actually exactly what happened.
Exactly. But copy paste. Okay, we have a show now.
So that was in Hong Kong or up in China?
Shanghai. So I was in Shanghai for 10 years before I moved down here pretty recently.
Wow.
Yeah. So Andy came down here because like also for comedy, and also he opened the comedy club, The Riff.
I came down here to have my career destroyed.
Yeah.
But that's what a riff does, right?
That's right. Oh.
Not rift. Not rift.
RIFF.
I thought it was a riff. You said the riff club, not the riff club. No.
It's funny how many people mess that up. Do people not know the word riff? Like,
Yeah, but you're talking comedian. I mean, if it's comedian, it's got to be a riff, right? It can't be a riff.
We'd be riffing off of stuff. Like, we
Yeah.
just like talking
Improvising.
nonsense, riffing, improvising.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we ended up having the riff. So yeah, it was a typo, Andy.
I now have a rift with the company that opened the riff, if that counts.
All right, just to clarify, in fact, these are 3 English-speaking people discussing English terms in a small room.
Who normally don't speak English.
What, sorry there?
We normally don't speak English.
This is the ironic
I don't
thing.
speak it well.
So check this out. Whenever I've ever met Gregory in general for any sort of gigs or any events, usually it's got to do with, let's say, Hong Kong identity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very often we are speaking to each other in Cantonese.
And
Not
people
very
just-
often, always.
Oh,
and
yeah.
are people just staring?
No, they're used to us. They
Yeah.
expect it from us because
Exactly.
we're Hong Kongers.
Yeah. And if-
Sure, no, I get that, but I would just imagine it maybe because the two of you are together.
Yeah, no,
It's
Andy.
like an elevated...
Well, 25 years ago, I had another friend who's from America, and if we were at Yum Cha
Yeah.
with the families, and we were all talking in Cantonese, and yeah, we'd get a few stares.
Yeah. I get stares differently though. The reason they stare at me, they're like, "Oh, look at this guy. Who let him in? Who let this guy in?" It's a different kind of stare. It's still a stare. I'll take it. No, but the funny thing is that if, let's say, the two of us, Greg and myself, are speaking at an event and we're not speaking in Cantonese, we'd probably get bigger stares. Right? The audience would be like, wait, I normally see these guys speaking in Cantonese. What is this language they're speaking?
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
I don't understand them anymore. What's going on? Hey, wait a second. My Cantonese has gotten worse. I don't get what these two non-Chinese
I
people
don't
are
understand
discussing.
their accent. What happened to their accent?
Well, so let's go back a little deeper. So you're from Gympie in Australia.
Somebody's done their homework.
The
Yeah.
leading town, or the
Leading town.
the de facto capital of Australia.
Well, okay, must be a really different Australia.
And no, so I believe if I understand correctly, is you discovered your passion for Cantopop at that time. Is that right?
No, well, Gympie was in Queensland, and then in 1980 we moved to the Blue Mountains in New South Wales. And then when I graduated from high school, we call it high school.
Oh, look at me for that.
We call it high school.
I forget what we
don't call it
sometimes.
secondary school,
Yeah.
and we don't call it
I
up or
get
whatever.
it,
We
all
go
right,
to
your
high
school's
school.
higher than us, whereas ours
That's
is
because
just
most of the
secondary.
kids there are high. That's why.
That as well. I suppose.
Not in
Australia.
Katoomba, anyway. Well, we might be high on the oxygen. I mean, we're so high up. We went back there about 15 years ago after being in Hong Kong for 15 years.
Wow.
And you take a breath of the air and you go, wow. this
suddenly
is
seizing.
really nice
Yeah,
air.
your lungs are like, wait, what is this?
Yeah,
You get too much work now.
I
I'm not
haven't
used to this.
had this for a long time. What happened?
Yeah. How dare you give me so much oxygen?
Because the Blue Mountains are really high. I mean, we get snow once every 10 years. Well, actually, the tradition is small snow. This is like Chinese English now. Small snow every 3 years and big snow every 10 years. So it's pretty high up. The air is incredible. But we moved there in 1980, and in 1983 I went to the University of New South Wales. That's where I met my Hong Kong friends, and that's where I came into contact with Cantopop.
Do you remember listening to Cantopop for the first time?
I remember why I listened to Cantopop for the first time. I was already living in the dormitory
Yeah.
on campus,
Yes.
International House.
someone
So
was listening
International
to it?
House is a rule, like at least 50% of the students have to be international. Yeah, true.
Duh.
Yeah. That's why it's called International House.
Makes sense, guys.
But I was walking down the corridor, going back to my room, and I heard this music, and I knocked on the door and asked the young girl inside, "Wow, that's really good. Can I borrow that?" And it was
I
Cantopop.
love how the story is clearly transformed because your wife's sitting next to you right
Yeah,
now.
right. It was like,
I was like,
turn it
right,
down.
right. This
Turn
guy's in,
that
she's
shit
in his
off.
high school going like, is this some noise? I can't take this. What is this gibberish I'm hearing now?
Because how often when your neighbors are playing loud music, do you go and knock and be like, "What is this fabulous music you're playing?
Yeah.
Could you
Anyway,
put it on louder?"
I've noticed the temperature in the room has suddenly gone up. So we're going to continue the topic. Please continue your story of the innocence of finding Cantopop.
Yeah, anyway, I took it back and I started
Yeah.
listening to it. And I was, and you know, cassette tapes.
Ah.
Pretty hard to loop a cassette tape, but we
Yeah.
tried anyway, right?
You
So
rewind-
you rewind
putting
and
a
you play it, and
pencil
you
in there.
rewind and you play it. Well, no, the machine can rewind it.
Ah.
It wasn't manual rewind.
Australian technology.
Yeah, it was hard if you wanted to. At the time, Akai came out with a tape cassette player where you could actually pick songs, and it would pick up the 2-second
detect
delay
it?
between the songs, and
Yeah.
you'd be able to go back and rewind one song at a time.
So it would like detect the little gap, and so we know
Yeah.
which song starts and keep
It would scan the tape as it was going backwards or forwards,
Wow.
find the 2-second delay, and then stop and then start playing for you.
We've just lost.
That was new technology at the time.
Man, I bet you all.
yeah, our
are
young listeners are they're dead now.
yeah, they just
They're
turned this off,
watching
they're
a
like,
TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, Akai? What, the berry?
Well, what's Akai? Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like-
back in the day, Akai was one of the top brands.
Yeah.
Yeah, their hi-fi systems and the cassette players were amazing at the time.
Yeah, that's AKAI, not ACAI, the berry. But
Yeah.
So
on, yeah.
you figured out though you liked a few of them like Alan Tam and Leslie Chung.
Alan Tam, Leslie Chung, and then I went into Chinatown, started buying my own records.
and you don't speak any Cantonese.
The thing
at the
about
time.
Cantonese pop, the records and the cassettes is they all come with the lyrics printed in the sleeve
Chinese, though.
in Chinese.
Yeah, so it doesn't
So,
help.
but and then back in the 80s,
So
the pop
useful.
singers, and even now they're pretty good. But back in the 80s, the pop singers, every single character you could hear them.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
It was
yeah,
very, very clear.
Yeah.
And so if you're listening to the Cantopop songs and you're reading the Chinese, and because Chinese is a single, every character has a single element of time.
Yeah.
It's a constant beat almost. So when you're listening to the songs and you're following the lyrics, you can follow every single character, and you just learn to read Chinese.
Is that how you learn Chinese?
That's pretty much how I learned to read to read Chinese.
I really wish you would contact the education department in Hong Kong and be like, duh, could you teach people this way, please? Like, do you know the amount of times they have all these different curriculums? Let's teach Cantonese to non-Chinese this way. I'm like, oh, guys, please. It's not as difficult as you think it is. You guys are complicating it. Here you go. Gregory, right here. Sing a few songs.
You know what? I'll tell you that after studying Mandarin, where there was just so many options of materials that were really good, it's pretty limited for Cantonese, actually.
Yeah,
It's very limited.
Yeah, it might be.
By comparison.
Yeah.
At the time, I bought this dictionary,
Yeah.
and Chinese at the time, you couldn't print Chinese. Back in the 80s, it was handwritten Chinese.
In the dictionary.
In the
And
dictionary.
then print it out.
No, the author would handwrite the Chinese, and then they'd give it to an offset printer who
Yeah,
would
copy it,
photograph it and
Yeah.
then print it out.
Man, that's hardcore.
So because you didn't have Chinese type at the
so
time.
I think you've just basically given everyone the solution to learning Cantonese. Find a really loud neighbor with a hi-fi system. Play some Cantopop and start from there. Every word, ting, 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 like that. You can learn it.
I mean, if you get them to hate it enough, they might just go to
it-
sleep still hearing it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, in the subconscious.
But that
falling asleep,
dictionary
just
was
cursing
pretty
in
expensive. It was
Cantonese.
$100 Aussie,
yeah.
and that was back in 1984.
You could buy 3
It's about
houses
$700
back then.
Hong Kong.
Exactly. That's like.
I've still got the dictionary. I mean, it's just a really special book.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, it's about this big.
still-
Yeah, it's like 10 inches high and about 7 inches wide.
You
I
need to
remember
take-
when I started learning...
It's hardcover.
When I started learning Mandarin in 2009... you would, if you wanted to, if you saw a character you didn't know, you would count the number of strokes.
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
radical,
Yep,
and
yep.
and then you would count the number of strokes on the right hand side, and you have to go to 2 different pages of the dictionary.
But it's easier for you.
Why is that easy? For
Because
the
he
Mandarin?
simplified
Yeah.
Chinese. How many strokes are
exactly.
there?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, right.
There's like
Whatever.
at most
all right,
When we're in
all right.
traditional Chinese, and it's like,
Cry
"Woi,
me a
fung
river."
ga fung."
Yeah.
Okay, the fung, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When's this gonna end?
Yeah.
Well,
it's like counting. Like you kind of count until 7. Like, wait, was that 7 or 8? Oh, is this one
Yeah,
line or 2?
for traditional, it's like 769.
Yeah, and you find the dictionary doesn't have the word like, God damn it, come on,
Well,
man.
It's like even now, because we were checking characters by looking for the radicals.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And the people today don't know that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the new generation doesn't know to look up
The left side of the list,
a character by the radical. And so you got people and their names are, like Chan Yuk San.
Yeah, yeah.
And the San is actually, it looks like a king
Yeah.
in front of the rest of the character.
yeah,
And
the
I
rest
said,
of the
no,
king
that's
word,
not
yeah.
king. That's Jade.
Yeah.
Is that Jade? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's supposed to be a dot there, but what
Yeah,
it's a
dot,
radical.
yeah.
The dot's not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's not king. It's and these are the modern day people
I
don't
would
know
like
that.
all our listeners to right now just imagine that previous 3 sentences was coming from a Caucasian man who learned Chinese through music, who knows more Chinese than someone who went to a local Chinese school here. And I was like, really? Yeah, the Jade? Yeah, you don't have the dot. And it becomes, oh, you're right.
I just hope that someone plays this podcast loud enough that their neighbours
Yeah,
decide to learn about podcasting.
what is that information about Jade? It's king.
Jade is king.
Yeah,
But I remember about 3 or 4 years into me studying, so like 2013, the smartphones got apps, and suddenly you just get a dictionary, you just type it out with your hand and find it instantaneously. So it took 5 minutes to find one character,
Yeah.
get down to about
I've got the fish
10
app.
seconds.
I think you-
I've got the fish app. Yeah.
And I was just like, Good, I just wasted so much of my life trying to do it.
yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
then now you can just scan it, like the picture, you can scan
Yeah,
it with
yeah,
the phone
yeah,
and
yeah,
it'll
yeah,
tell you.
bam,
Yeah.
it tells you what it is, right?
Yeah.
But I think the biggest problem is even the Chinese people now are forgetting how to write Chinese
Absolutely.
because you type it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never learned with a pen
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I thought I'd never need to.
Very
or I
true.
use pinyin.
Yeah.
People probably forgot how to write with a pen. They can write with their finger. They can probably write the Chinese characters
Well,
with
it's
their
like the
finger.
Koreans. The Korean
I can't
language
write
used to be
English with a pen
Chinese,
anymore.
and the only Chinese they've got left in Korean is their names. And you look at the written Chinese, it's really bad
Fair enough.
because they don't write it anymore. The
Yeah.
only Chinese they
All
ever
right,
write is their
judge.
names.
yeah.
People can't write.
Clearly, someone over here is practicing calligraphy
Look
all
how
day.
But that's going to happen in Hong Kong because everybody's typing and they're not
Yeah.
writing anymore, and so the writing is just going downhill.
I think pens are on the way out. I wouldn't be investing in Bic anytime soon. They're going down.
Yeah, forget
They're
that.
the Kodak of now.
Yeah, very true, very true. But then, so now, like with fluent Chinese, like your level is not even just simply conversing in Chinese and Cantonese. Like clearly you know the characters well enough that you can see a lot of stuff. Like, do you get that? For myself, I can read Chinese characters, 60% of it, I would say. So when I go to restaurants, I can read the menu, no problem. What's your boundary level that you can read comfortably? Like, I can read gossip magazines. I can't read.
No, I can read newspapers.
Oh, really? You can even do like proper, like legit, like well-written newspaper.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
the
you know?
yeah. I'm probably 90% of the way.
Oh, okay, wow. Damn, so you actually know better information than I do now. I'm like, hey, Greg, what is this word? Like, this is going to be the ironic
But language is split into passive and active. So
Yes.
when you're speaking, it's active. When you're listening, it's passive. My passive level is far higher than my active level, which is normal.
That happens to every married
Yeah, I
man.
find the same with my Mandarin.
Yeah, everyone-
So I can hear stuff on YouTube and then political talk and whatever and
Yeah.
understand 99% of it. But if
He's
you ask me to
watching
just
the
go
news,
back
then he
and tell
comes out, he's like, what happened on the news? Man bad.
that's about right. That's about
Man
right.
angry.
I could understand all of that. What do you
Other
say? Man
people-
bad.
Other people not like first man.
Exactly. that is such a typical husband thing to say. I can listen passively. I know exactly what's going on, but I can't explain it. I can't.
It's really bad though when you suddenly realize that you're understanding words that you didn't understand 5 years ago
Yeah.
because the political landscape has changed.
Yeah. And these phrases are happening so
These
often.
phrases are happening
Exactly,
now,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Like
speaking like
flatten the curve.
exactly. You're like, oh, why would you want? Wouldn't we want more better curves? Like, oh no. In this case, you wanted to flatten. things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So then put it this way: every time people think of, let's say, Ho Guat Wing, the Ho Guat Wing, by the way, people consider like the Hong Kong identity. That's one issue that's always comes up. And I'm sure you've had this a million times, right? What's the Hong Kong identity?
I'm still
to you?
counting. I think I'm up to about 900,001. Yeah.
Oh, really? Then
Yeah,
one up
not
to you.
quite at a million yet.
I hit a million yesterday. No,
What's that for? What, a million
the
what?
Hong Kong identity, like a lot of times people ask, especially himself and myself, what's a Hong Kong identity? How do you consider the Hong Kong identity? Do you consider yourself a Hong Konger?
What is a true Hong Konger?
Yeah. So I've always been asked this question, and for myself, I've always said it's very simple. It's more of a
Mindset?
mindset rather than skin color. That's basically my simple definition.
Yeah, you're too brown to be a Hong Konger. I'm too white and you're too brown. And I'm actually pink
I'm
more than
just
white.
right.
Yeah,
You're just
exactly.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's all over the place. Yeah, so one of us needs to get away from the sun, one of us needs a bit more sun, but we're always missing the mark. Just somehow a little bit you're going over it. So yourself, the Hong Kong identity, like in this most simplified way, in your mind, what is it to you?
Somebody who cares about Hong Kong and about Hong Kong people.
All right, there you go. So basically a good neighbor, right? Someone
Yeah.
who keeps the hi-fi at a suitable level.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take that. That's a good response, right? Someone who basically cares about the environment you're in. And I think because the thing is that what's funny is that a lot of times in teaching nowadays, they talk about the, 身份認同, the identity crisis that we're having in Hong Kong, where people don't really know who they are. And they very often would use my name or my story in textbooks. Have you ever had that?
I don't think so.
Really? Let
I'm
me say
not
this.
as famous as you.
I'll give you like this mind-blowing story that really happened, right? So one day
He's just bragging now.
I'm just like, now that I have one up to him, I've got to tell the story now. I've
Yeah,
got
go,
it,
bro.
right? No, the reason I tell you is because like they won't contact you if they use you in like tests and textbooks. I was never contacted, never asked for permission.
So you've never received any money?
I know.
No publishing fees?
No
I mean, that's-
publishing fees, but yet a lot
So
of
what
kids
you're
learning.
saying is that having a Hong Kong identity is valueless. Is really what you're getting.
Basically, when people identify you as a Hong Konger, they're like, yeah, you're
They
free
won't
now.
pay you for it.
Yeah, if you were a foreigner, we'd have to pay
So
you.
what
you know?
exactly is your presence in
So,
these
yeah,
textbooks?
why in your books?
So this is what happened, right? So basically, 1 year in the liberal studies mock exam, all right? The Tong Sik Fo liberal studies mock exam. They have these questions, and usually like you pick one out of three. to
Tong
answer.
Sek 4, by the way, means general studies.
Okay, yeah, you would
Yeah.
call it general studies now, all right? No
general
more liberal
studies, or
or limited studies now.
we would call it general studies, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. All right,
So Tong Sek means, it's supposed to be like common sense.
yeah, common sense.
Uh,
Basically, we're taught common sense in
They
school.
teach common sense in schools. They don't
You
teach
know-
that in Australia.
Well, we had general studies in Australia, but it wasn't the same thing. Anyway, back to your
Maybe,
story of the
yeah,
textbooks.
No. But let me say this: Hong Kong students they can learn very passively. They know what you're teaching it. They just never apply it actively. They have no idea what you're doing with that, right? But then I'll tell you this: so I do a show. After the show, one audience is like, "Hey, I saw you in my exam today." I'm like, "What?" what do you mean you saw me in your exam today? He's like, yeah, you were in my exam. I'm like, how? And he's like, oh, you were one of the questions. And I'm like, what the hell? I was in a question now? Let me explain. Like,
I think the question would have been about language study, because his name is really hard to say for Hong Kong Chinese people.
Yeah.
You got 2 V's in there, man.
Yeah. They're like messing do we do the W? Do we do
They're like
the I?
English exam.
He's not from Hong
Wee
Kong.
wick.
Yeah, wick, all that.
Wick.
Well,
Wick.
people attempt it.
Oh my God, I'm calling you Wick every day.
Wick
from
every
now
day.
on.
We have Wick with us today. I'm like, here we go.
Wick,
Yeah,
Wick.
wick.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the study.
All right, real quick. Right, so basically, the question really simply was, it was basically talking about my story, living in Hong Kong and doing comedy and all that stuff. And then the question is, what do you think about discrimination in Hong Kong? And I'm like, this has nothing to do with me. Like, why did you use my case study or like my story and then ask a general question? It's not specific to me, right? But then secondly, I was like, so this question is me, but I've never been asked about this. I don't know what the model answer is. And if I did this test and I
You'd
answered
fail?
it, I'd probably fail. I probably would fail as well. I mean, this is crazy.
Oh, we fail at many things.
Oh yeah, it's very
Yeah.
true, very true.
Very
But well, as Hong Kongers, we learn from our failures.
Yes.
Exactly. We can always pick ourselves up. All right, we're getting too excited over here. So I'm famous textbook-wise. That's all I can say. I actually influence a lot of students
But
to fail their exams.
you were talking about discrimination, and right now, especially in America, they're exaggerating. They're using the subject of discrimination to put focus and a magnification on discrimination. They're actually creating discrimination by talking too much about discrimination and the types of discrimination there are out there. Dogs and people, okay, for me, are a little bit similar, because when I look at a dog, I don't look at the type. You know, I don't look at the
breed.
The breed. I don't look at the breed. I look at the personality. That's what I look at.
Yeah.
That's what I can see, because we've had 13 dogs. So I can see the personality. And when I look at people, I look at the personality.
Yeah.
I don't look at anything else. And so what's this stuff about? Oh, he's yellow, he's black. Oh, the blacks were persecuted, the white are persecuting the blacks. And then they're actually focusing. And now they're telling people in America, oh, you're white. Oh, you're a persecutor. Oh, you're black. Oh, you were persecuted. You should hate each other. It's like, it's getting really bad over there right now. But in Hong Kong, we're still pretty much okay.
Well, it's a mix and match, really. Like in Hong Kong, the good thing is that the schools are trying to encourage more open-mindedness in the sense of like basically understand that the world's global and stuff like that. However, you still have two sides of it. I mean, like just like literally 2 days ago, once again, my tradition happened of getting stopped on the streets by the police again. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
You know your problem, right? You're just too way handsome to be typical.
That's what the cops usually stop people for.
Oh,
They're
definitely.
being
They're like,
too
Yeah.
Sir, you're too handsome. Can I have your ID card,
Yeah,
please?
exactly. No, man, this really happened to me. Like again, 2 days ago, I was walking down the street again, get stopped. I'm like, really? And this time,
So you had your hoodie on?
not yet.
No, you
Not
didn't
yet.
have your hoodie on?
No, it was
No?
4 p.m. I was like, oh,
and your sunglasses and
Unfortunately, I don't think they're dog lovers, these guys.
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, they probably don't
I think
love
they
themselves
do
enough.
see color very clearly.
They're
like
not
a lot of
colorblind.
people.
I've just been to the beach recently. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, guys. Have you never seen the sun? No, but I mean, I see what you mean. As in, like, look, even for myself, a lot of my friends, very often, because when you get to know somebody, they don't look at you as your skin color.
They don't
So,
see us
like,
as gweilos anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you're just like another person they know. And I use this example when I go to schools to give talks about basically like my growing up in Hong Kong. And I say that I remember this one occasion where I went to my friend's Chinese, his house to play computer games, video games, right? And when his mom opened the door, she was a bit surprised, like, oh, hello, you know, she didn't expect this, right? And my friend at the moment was like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell my mom my friend's Indian, because he's my friend, so he never thought it was an issue.
I don't know if
It's
this
not an
I don't
issue.
know if this is real, but let me just throw this out there as a thought: is that I have unusual facial hair, right?
Yeah.
And everybody notices.
You have
it.
unusual. What do you?
Little white
Yeah,
patches.
all
you
right,
mean-
all right.
No,
I don't see color.
All right, Mister. I'm
So I mean,
colorblind.
you're whitish in the middle, but if you didn't say anything, I wouldn't notice.
People bring it up like
right,
at
you need to get glasses, sir.
People bring it up at me.
Oh, I'm actually getting old, so yeah, there might be a good point.
I would say 50% of people bring it up, and the other 50%, some massive proportion of them.
I thought it was a style
visibly
choice.
thinking about it.
I thought he
right.
did it on purpose.
Well, I see.
No,
You can
it's
get
just
away
my
with that.
face. But in any event, the point I'm trying to make is that that's when I first meet people, and if it gets brought up after I've known people for a while, there, I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
And I think there might actually be an element of like how we process people that we meet.
Yes.
That when you do meet people, you do focus on their
But that's
appearances.
generally only for older people. Kids don't look at those things.
It depends on the
Unless
kid.
they've been trained to look at those things.
Kids bring it up with me all the time, and kids bring up race all the time. I have very
Yeah, but if
small
kids bring
children.
it up with you, it's got no inference. It's just a curiosity question.
Not saying that. My observation is only how we process appearances.
Yeah.
Because my kids will point out they pointed out two kids look the same because they're the same race, but they're not. There's no meaning to it. To
No,
them
there's no
beyond
meaning
the
to
fact
it.
That they
Yeah.
see things
Exactly,
that are
yeah.
similar.
I mean, another example I used to say, again, growing up, I went to school, someone called me an alien, and not because he was trying to, discriminate. He was like, oh, you look different. So are you from a different
Alien?
planet? Primary school. I was like 6 years old at the time.
That's pretty
You know.
racist.
Well, okay. I mean, that's universal.
No, that's really bad for the aliens. I mean, to
Yeah,
compare
exactly.
you to
You
an
look like
alien.
I don't want to be from your planet.
You're like, hang on a second, aliens don't speak Cantonese as well, right?
Exactly.
Let's just back off.
It
a
is-
little bit.
He's the runt from the planet X xylophone. Yeah, sure.
yeah. Well, let's be honest. At 6 years old, Cantonese was an alien language to me. I was like, what the hell are you guys speaking of here? I don't know what you're saying. No, but I mean, so I get it. I mean, young kids are actually saying it out of innocence because like you're different. That's the only reference they have. That are you from a different planet? From
Yeah, I was
cartoons
just
and
making
everything?
the idea that maybe the way that we process people is focused far more on appearances when you first meet
Initially,
them,
yes.
versus when you've known them for a period of
No,
time.
but I agree with you on the point that, in the sense that this issue of trying to talk about it too much, it's kind of like saying we're trying to be politically correct in comedy as well, right? When you're trying to be overly politically correct.
There's a reverse effect.
Yeah,
of
then
it,
you end up
yeah.
not saying anything. You're like, oh, I
Yeah,
better
but I
not,
also think that we have our own internal biases that we don't realize.
Yes, sure.
And and another one, because this comes up a lot, because I've run comedy clubs and stuff like that, is like what you think is okay might not be okay to the person receiving it.
Yeah.
And that's a different situation. It's easy for us to say, but I didn't mean anything by it. I don't see color and all of that. But the experience of the people that are affected by it, you can't really tell them what their experience is. You have to just listen.
Exactly. So it's a really weird gray area.
Yeah, back to the
honestly.
kids though. The only two reactions I get from kids is, "Oh, you speak Cantonese? That's a bit strange."
Yeah.
That's the first one, right?
Yeah.
But then,
Still
to
they're looking
this
at me
day.
really strange. This gweilo is speaking Cantonese.
Yeah.
And the other reaction I get is, "Mummy, why isn't he wearing shoes?" Because in our village,
Yeah, you never
I,
wear shoes?
I never wear shoes. I go up to the store to have a cup of Hong Kong tea or
Yeah.
food or whatever.
Wait.
What
I
do you
walk
call that?
everywhere
There's
without shoes.
They
yeah.
call there's a name for that, like a
Australian?
That's racist.
I don't see difference.
That's not racist.
I
That's
meant-
countryist.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see
meant-
color, but I see shoes, and you don't have shoes. So
I see fashion.
I've
sense.
literally, I was walking past this kid with his family, and the kid asked, "Mummy, why isn't he wearing shoes? Is that okay?"
True, because the kids are like, you told me.
because
I
the
have to
kids
wear
are like, I don't want to wear shoes.
No, the thing in Hong Kong is you don't wear shoes, and they say, "Why aren't you wearing shoes? You're gonna step on glass or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
or you're
something
gonna
really
pick up a
drastic.
virus." You know.
Yeah.
not,
Oh, it's very true.
not an unreasonable
That
fear.
is such a typically a Hong Kong local idea of like we go straight to the worst case scenario. You're not wearing shoes. Oh my god, you could break your foot and like crash it in a glass.
Well, I
Like,
have
whoa.
broken a toe
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but they're like giving you the worst.
because I was barefoot running through the hills, and I kicked the root of a tree.
Was this because you heard some Cantopop being played at the woods or something? You're like, "God,
Yeah.
How long after you stopped writhing in pain were you like, oh, that's why they wear
It actually was only sore for about 5 minutes until the next day, and then the pain started coming.
Oh
And,
god, that's terrible. I didn't want to know why you're running like in the forest.
Oh, no, I
What was
grew
he
up
running away from?
We grew up on a farm. We're going back to Gympie, all right? This is the start of the podcast. Gympie is only 18,000 people who grew up on a farm.
Oh, okay.
You
How
don't
many
wear shoes on a farm.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many shoes do they have in the town of Gympie?
We had one pair of shoes for school and one pair of shoes for
For
church.
the whole town?
And that was it, you know.
I love it. One pair of shoes for church, none for home, none for anything else.
Yeah, we don't
I was
need
like, how
them.
many- but is that one for the whole town, or
yeah.
You run inside and outside. You don't take your shoes off. You don't wipe your feet. You just
just
go
run.
wherever. And
Yeah.
and the
So-
farm is
so
100
how-
acres, and you're just running around
so?
without
How
shoes.
weird is it coming from that life? What do you remember when you
That's-
first arrived in Hong Kong?
That's the weird thing is, you grow up in a country
Yeah.
where the close it's not Texas, right? This is a Gympie in Australia. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
closest neighbor is probably 500 meters away or maybe a kilometer away. It's not too far.
Yeah.
You can
That's
walk
pretty
there
far.
in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you come to a place like Hong Kong where your closest neighbor is just next to the wall.
He's playing
on the other side of the
playing
wall.
Cantopop on the other side of the gypsum board.
Maybe the university, kind of like was
Yeah.
a stand between, getting
yeah.
used to. Okay,
Was it
now you're in a
over-
dormitory,
Yeah.
and you got students on the upstairs and on.
Was it
left and right.
overwhelming when you first moved here? Do you remember? Where did you live when you first moved
No,
here?
it was never overwhelming.
You just loved it?
No, I came here. I intentionally bought a one-way ticket.
Yeah, I remember that story.
At the time, back in 1987, Hong Kong still allowed people to come here on a one-way ticket. At some point, they changed it. They wanted people to have
Probably the day
an
after-
exit strategy.
I bet you the day after you arrived, like, wait a second, how did he get
They're
here?
like,
What the hell? Hey,
we let a guy in with no shoes. We
Yeah.
better change the rule on flights.
this is not right. How did this come in through here?
I had to buy another pair of shoes just for the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And now they tell you to take your shoes off to check. So I guess you were
so
one step
back in
ahead.
Australia, I was singing Cantopop. I was going to Chinatown. I was with my friends. Almost all of my friends were from the Hong Kong Students Association. So, and you're watching the movies and everything. So when I came to Hong Kong, there was nothing overwhelming. It was just really, really happy to be here.
You just felt like you were in the movies finally. Like that's exactly what
In
I
the
saw
movies?
on screen.
No.
Did you? What was your path into being in movies and television?
No, that was an accident. Pretty.
I love how you
I
like
love
tripped and
it.
fell. I wasn't wearing shoes. I tripped and fell into a career.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's like one of the biggest names, like non-Chinese Caucasian actors in Hong Kong. He's like, yeah, it was a mistake.
It was a
I
mistake.
didn't want it. Just happened.
Actually, when I arrived on May the 31st, 1987, I remember the day. That's why
I
when
remember the date.
I had my concert 3 years ago, and we started it on the 31st of May, and it was called 31-31 because 31st of May, 31 years after arriving.
Oh man, that's
And
good.
the concert was in Cantonese all the way through.
Nice.
So, but when I first arrived, all I had was 5,000 Hong Kong dollars and a place to stay at a friend's home for 1 month, and that was it. No jobs, no contacts, nothing.
Yeah.
And I had no idea about what... I didn't know I could teach English and make a living. It's like so about a month and a half later, I'm walking through Central and I find this job agency and I say, what kind of jobs do you have? And I haven't graduated yet. And what can I do? They say, why don't you teach English? But I haven't graduated. I haven't studied English teaching. How can I teach English? Yeah, but you're a foreigner. Oh, really? Okay.
So you were the OG foreigner teacher in Hong Kong. You began the trend. They're like, this guy hasn't graduated. He just came in with $5,000. Sure, you're qualified.
Yeah, it's like if you were in Australia and you said, I want to teach English, then you got to go and get a degree, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
those people speak English. There's a big difference.
No, we speak Australian.
Yeah, exactly. Well, true. Yeah, that's a whole different language.
No, but when I arrived in Hong Kong, it was coincidental. My friend actually lived on Broadcast Drive. And for people who don't know, back in the 80s, Broadcast Drive was ATV, RTHK, TVB, those are three of, and then the three radio stations, they're all up on Broadcast Drive.
They were literally the drive for all broadcasting in Hong Kong. Hence, Broadcast Drive. Thank you.
Yeah,
Continue.
so I was living up there, but no work, no nothing, and needed to save my money. So I wasn't getting on any bus or any taxi or anything like that. I was walking everywhere.
Was it as expensive? Was it an expensive city at that time?
Nah, it was not expensive at all.
I mean, now it's prohibitively expensive to do anything.
Yeah.
But this is 30 years ago, so it was relatively cheap. But I was walking everywhere to save my pennies. And one day I walked down to the rail station and saw this upside down.
The rail station mean Kowloon Tong Station.
Yeah,
Right next to
no, the Kowloon station.
Oh, it's called Kowloon back then?
Was it called the Kowloon station
It should
back
be
then?
Kowloon
It wasn't
Tong.
Kowloon Tong.
Oh, okay. Then
No,
it's just- it's just-
I walked a lot further than you're thinking.
Oh, damn. Look at you. Like, really saving your pennies.
No, I got nothing to do. I just walked around. I walked all
no
the way down.
shoes either.
Yeah,
It didn't have any
man.
feet left by the
Well,
end of
it's
it.
very true.
I walked down and I saw this upside down pyramid, and I'm wondering what the hell is that. And then the back door was open. The pyramid, by the way, was the Colosseum.
Oh, you walked all the way there?
I walked all
to
the
Hong
way
Kong.
down.
You know
I
the
know
big,
Colosseum, yeah.
that's-
So there's a
Oh,
fair
wow.
distance, right? Yeah.
That's a long way, sir. You
And,
clearly had no Google Maps and no sense of direction.
What was
but okay.
Google?
Exactly.
Back in the good
Right.
old days. And so the back door was open and these four men were there having a cigarette break and they saw me and they said, hey, Lee Ho England. Oh, what? It's like they recognize me. I mean, I just arrived in Hong Kong, don't know anybody. Walk down to the Coliseum, and the 4 people beside the Coliseum, they recognize me.
Wait, why did they recognize you?
Yeah, that's the point. So, in Australia, before I left, so in 1985, I was the driver for Leslie Cheung when he had his concert in Sydney. And in 1986, I was the driver for Alan Tam when he had his concert in Sydney. Because my friends,
How did you land that job, though?
well, my friends, they were looking for, free labor. And they knew the people, the organisers in Sydney, and they said, "Yo, we know you like Cantopop. Yeah, you know, like Leslie Cheung is coming. You want to be his driver? No money. Yeah. Count me in. I'm coming." So I was his driver, and then I was Alan Tam's driver. And then when Alan Tam had his concert, became very familiar with the backup chorus and the dancers and the band people. So when I arrived in Hong Kong and walked down to the Coliseum, they just finished their world tour. So Hong Kong was the last station in the world tour, and Alan Tam was inside rehearsing, and I had no idea what the Coliseum was, but they recognized me, told me to go in.
Huge venue, by the way, for anyone listening.
in case you didn't know.
13,000 people, and I ended up standing backstage and watching 30 of his 31 concerts and being on stage for 2 of those.
Wow.
Because when we were in Sydney, his backup chorus girls told him, "Hey, this gweilo, he likes your songs. He knows how to sing your songs." And so in one of the rehearsals, he calls me up on stage and we're singing together on the stage.
What? That's a moment. That's
a moment. Fortunately, I have photographs of that. So that's really cool.
I bet you that probably sealed the deal. Like, I'm staying here. I'm not going.
No. That was in Sydney.
How influential?
The rehearsal, singing with him, a rehearsal was in Sydney.
Oh, I thought you had the Coliseum. Oh,
and then basically a short time after that, I said, no, I don't want to do medicine anymore, so I'm going to stop the studies. And 3 part-time jobs, including brickies labourer for a year, and then one-way ticket to Hong Kong, and then accidentally run into the Coliseum with these people and end up with Alan Tam for a month.
I would like to say anybody who ends up being my Uber driver, highly consider doing it for free. Because maybe...
Who knows how I can help you in the future?
Exactly. Maybe I might recognize you one day at my next...
But we haven't gotten back to the original question, was how do I get into acting, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting there, but this is a very interesting story. And I just wanted to ask, how influential was that moment, do you think, to the trajectory
Really?
came from there?
You mean in Sydney or in Hong Kong?
Sydney.
Oh, no, Sydney. No, that was probably 90%. Between Leslie Cheung, Alan Tam, and then I was doing a lot of Cantonese singing in Sydney, at the university or in Chinatown, entering competitions, and just really enjoyed it.
Isn't it incredible to just think that him just looking over, be like, when did you get up here? And that just changes your entire life. Everything that it's about, your identity. Literally, your identity.
It happened before that.
Well, you said 90% of it, so I'm just basing it on what you said.
Yeah, between the 2 concerts, it would have been 90%.
Yeah.
One of the parts of it is you're at the concert and you're seeing the reaction of the audience. The whole atmosphere, everybody's going crazy and having fun.
Yeah.
And it's the music that I loved.
Yeah. So it was definitely like a moment in your mind, you're like, I can't believe I'm on stage, this is happening
When Leslie Cheung was there, he wasn't the only one. It was a group concert.
Yeah.
So he was one of the people who was starring in the concert. And they also had Mo Yim Fong, Anita Mui,
yeah, wow.
Lui Fong.
Wow.
What's his English name? Lui Fong.
He doesn't have an English name. He was called Lui Fong.
Yeah, and then they had the Grasshoppers, Cho Mang
Cho
Zai.
Mang, yeah, wow. That was super classic. These are I'm talking
Those guys are amazing. The
Cantopop.
Grasshoppers.
Legends.
That's
kind of a hacky name, though.
No, the Grasshoppers.
legends of industry. What should we call us? Grasshopper? Like the movies.
I don't know. Maybe it was because they could really dance. Because there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
There are three men,
Big
boys.
leap.
They were grammatically
They're
correct.
really, they could sing and they could dance. They could do both things really, really well.
Yeah.
Play the violin with their legs.
Nice.
So those guys, they went on for about 25 years. They were a serious group.
Yeah,
And I saw them a few years ago. I saw one of them performing in Canada a few years ago, and he was still on top of his game. Those guys are really serious.
Man.
It's I think very few people have the are lucky enough to have that feeling of being on a really good live show that's killing and be on stage at that moment.
Yeah, it's a different feeling, right? I'm
Oh,
sure.
I did that once.
Yeah, I'm saying like when you were at that, your own show, I'm sure.
We're talking
No,
about
it was on a live show that all of Hong Kong, the whole night,
Oh, I know what
everybody
you're
was
talking
watching.
about. Yeah, this is the 100 most.
And I was the.
Is that the one?
this is a good
This
segue.
is the one, right?
Yeah, we were going to bring
that
this up.
was another like.
Can you tell us about this story? The 100 most.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the 100 most. Yeah, they.
That was another.
For a couple
moment,
of years, they were rewriting the lyrics to popular Cantopop songs, and they were using satire to discuss social issues.
Yeah.
And one of the songs, they called me up and asked if I could sing it. Now, what was really important for me at the time was that I had nah, mom.
Yeah, it's so Chinese, man. He's like,
Cantonese.
he slips his Chinese words every now and then. I'm just happened.
It just happened.
Yeah.
I had just decided to give up on my singing because in April of that year, my voice was at really good quality, and then suddenly in May, I had no voice left. And I was getting these radio interviews, and can you sing something? Yeah. And I couldn't hold a note, and I'm raspy and everything, and what the hell is going on? And for 2 months, it was just really, really rough. And then I went and saw a doctor, and they said, "Oh, you've got acid reflux, and you've just burned out all your your vocal cords."
And your
so
social chords?
vocal, yeah, social cords
Nice
too,
little
yeah.
well.
Oh God.
Freudian slip there,
Hence
sir.
the reason I hang out.
I've never had social cords. Anyway,
Exactly. My friends are dogs. Go
You
on.
have... What's wrong? You have no friends.
I have no friends.
Yeah, you have acid reflux. People don't like to be around you.
From
What's
your
your problem?
personality.
Exactly. Yeah. You're puking. Your personality's puking out, right? Let's put it that way.
Food doesn't want to hang out with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it was almost like a miracle that they called me up and asked me to sing the song. And one of my things is, even if I'm hesitant and somebody calls me to sing or to perform, even if I'm hesitant, I'm scared, or I'm just simply afraid, I'll still say yes.
Yeah.
Because
Take it first, yeah.
it's a challenge.
Yeah, I'm down with
it's,
that.
It's the challenge to move me to start working again and to do something, and no matter what happens, at least I tried. And the song turned out to be a hit.
You smashed it.
Dude.
No, actually, the lyrics smashed it. The lyrics were amazing.
Nah,
Your
come on.
performance, buddy. I was watching that. I was like, oh my
The
god.
first one or the
watched it at
second
the
one?
time.
With the rap one.
You saw it
No,
at
the
time?
rap one was the second one. The first one was not the rap one.
Oh no, then I saw the rap one. I didn't see
Yeah,
the
the
first
rap one.
then.
The first one was "Love Is Forever."
Oh, okay. Yeah,
By-
I don't do
by
slow
Jackie
songs.
Chan.
Oh yeah, I don't do those songs.
No.
This when it happened?
Love is not forever. I've been broken up before, so
Did
yeah.
you see this when it happened?
I
No,
was- yeah,
he
wa-
saw.
I was
he-
watching live.
He saw the
Facebook Live.
he saw the conclusion.
Oh,
So this was back in August,
yes.
and we did the song. They had a small concert. They shared the concert with Ho Wan Si
Yes. Okay.
in the Queen Elizabeth Stadium.
Yeah.
And so I went and did the song on stage for that. Well, they had a 15-minute thing in the middle of
For
it.
you to get.
Yeah. And the song was then put on the internet and it went crazy. Then at the end of the year, they had an award ceremony. And so all the people who had been singing all these rewritten lyric songs over the past year were invited. The 10 most popular songs were invited to the show to put on a whole concert. And there was awards, and we didn't know what the awards were about, and we didn't know who was getting what, except that 5, 6 weeks before the show, they called me up and said, "We've got another song we want you to sing because we want everybody to have 2 songs." I was like, 2 songs, okay. And the other song really scared me. And that's the one, the rapping one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really scared
Man,
me.
that was mind-blowingly impressive. I when I saw that, I'm like, dude, this is properly practiced. This guy clearly
So
has
you worked real hard at it, right?
I started learning the song backwards.
Sure, this is a real parallel to Darshan again, because that's what his real standout quality was the level that he could do xiangsheng at, which is quite technical.
Oh, he's really high up, yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like it's a practice, it's an art, but it's a skill that you have to refine and work on. So you really worked at to get this difficult piece.
I have
out.
to be scared before I work hard.
Yeah.
And when I saw the song, and wow, cool song. Ouch, this is really bad.
And they gave it to you.
Yeah, and I said,
would-
okay.
I think this is the one thing. A lot of people know us that we speak Cantonese fluent and everything, but I don't think they realize the level of effort we sometimes have to put in for certain gigs where we're like, this is not how I normally talk. These are not the words I normally use. And like, this is like a whole different vocabulary. I sometimes MC events and like the terms and wordings.
There's different vocabulary.
There's different vocabulary. I'm like, I never say these phrases. Like, this is a...
Long Jong.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't ever talk that way. I'm like, oh God, I got to practice the hell out of this. So
when you're hanging out with your friends, you aren't like, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. You assume friends. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like...
You got acid reflux
Yeah,
as well?
what's the terminology used for please sit down?
It's a really formal way of saying please be seated.
And the thing about Chinese, which you probably know, is that a lot of the characters, especially in Cantonese, have multiple pronunciations. So the word for sit, if you're using it in casual language, is chaw.
Yeah.
But when it's combined with another character, to me, zao, jaw, it changes the whole pronunciation.
Chaw is to sit and jaw is like the
so if we just said Qing Jiao Chaw. Okay, that's
They're
right.
like, oh, this is
Look at this farmer. He's got no shoes on. He can't pronounce
exactly.
properly.
Well, we're giving them a chance at least. I would give them a say
But it's
something.
totally different. The MC vocabularies are totally different.
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
Exactly. So
I would have to rehearse it.
Exactly. So that's when I saw you do that rap, and I was like, dude, this is not just he's like, foreigner rapping in Chinese. I'm like, those terms and everything is not what he normally speaks in, and this is like legit. You're practicing to the point it's mechanical memory, right?
My family in Australia had just moved from Gympie to another place called Kingaroy, which is about 3-4 hours away from Gympie.
Sounds big.
Yeah. 3 or 4 hours away, and we were driving from Kingaroy. We'd taken them out and we were driving them back to Gympie. And we were in a kind of like a van. I was driving. And I remember this because of the song. And the whole trip I spent memorizing the song backwards. Because if you memorize it from the end to the beginning, by the time you remember the beginning, you remember the end as well. If you start from the beginning and memorize to the end, it's a lot harder.
Or are you just doing segments backwards?
Sentences backwards.
So last sentence first.
No, like you say the sentence in normal order, but you start with the last sentence.
I got it. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
So this is kind of ironic way to finish this because that's kind of the reverse of what your neighbors did to you in college. Because how annoyed was everyone else in that car?
Fortunately, my parents were not too young, so it wasn't too much of a problem.
They get to the trip, they're like, wow, we really hate Cantopop.
That song, that was a 3-hour trip of memorizing it, and then we practiced it about 350 times before the performance.
Oh, my God.
And then when we got to the performance, it was live. It was in the stadium. They had the whole concert. They weren't sharing it with anybody.
Yeah.
And I ended up with two awards, and one was the best, the most welcome. I don't know what. Joy Sao Funying, the most welcome
the most
song.
Popular. Yeah.
And then the most welcome male vocalist.
Yeah.
So I got 2 top awards that night. That was really incredible. But that rap song.
Yeah.
That was hard work.
Yeah, man. All I can say is that this is something you can always hold for the rest of your life dearly. But I'm pretty sure if someone says, "Do you want to do it again?" You're like, "No." I'm good, dude. I'm good.
No, but you
like
can't
the
repeat
memory of
moments
doing
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Those things don't get repeated.
Yeah, those are moments that you basically just run with it, and it is what it is, and that was what happened.
When you get to my age, you realize if you have a really good moment and you try to repeat it, you are doomed. You cannot repeat a good moment. So even when we're acting, and so you're doing the same scene, and you're not going to do it once, you're going to do it 3 or 4 times if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, in Hong Kong, we don't have time to do it 7 times. So, 2 or 3 times. You don't. If you get a really good feeling on the first one, you don't try and repeat it, because if you try and repeat the feeling you had on the first take, it's not going to work. So you just have to acknowledge what you have and use what you have each time you do the scene.
Gregory, thank you so much for coming on today, man. It has been awesome. I really love the stories.
Thank you so much.